VFW Posts are pushing back against player protests. It's over for us. A pair of veterans of foreign wars posts in Ohio are pushing back against NFL players who don't stand for the national anthem, and the league likely won't be happy about it. The sign in front of the Strongsville Post says it all. VFW Post 3345, home of the NFL No Zone. Tim Zvonchek, the Post's commander, told WJW-TV that the sign was put together Monday morning. After what happened with the NFL players Sunday, we decided to cancel our NFL Red Zone, and we will not be showing the games at our post, he told the station. It's over for us. Post 3345 had previously boycotted viewing its own Cleveland Browns after a group of players took a knee during the national anthem last month. Not to be outdone, VFW Post 2743 in Norwalk won't televise NFL games anymore, either. This decision may be revisited if the current anti-American displays by the players are stopped, the group wrote in a Facebook post. The players and owners of the NFL have confused politics with patriotism. The Post went on to say that the players could express their concerns on what they feel are injustices within our society without displaying disrespect to our veterans, our country and all it stands for. Scores of NFL players linked arms and took a knee during the playing of the national anthem Sunday, a defiant response to headline-grabbing comments by President Donald Trump on Friday, when he suggested that team owners should fire players who disrespect the American flag. What did the national commanders of the American Legion and VFW have to say? The national commanders of the American Legion and veterans of foreign wars ripped NFL players who took a knee during the national anthem Sunday, The Hill reported. Denise Rowan of the American Legion said those who fail to respect the ceremonial playing of the Star-Spangled Banner are misguided and ungrateful, the outlet noted. Having a right to do something does not make it the right thing to do, Rowan added in her statement, The Hill said. There are many ways to protest, but the national anthem should be our moment to stand together as one United States of America. Keith Harmon of the VFW added in a statement that there is a time and place for civil debate, and wearing team jerseys and using sporting events to disrespect our country doesn't wash with millions of military veterans who have and continue to wear real uniforms on real battlefields around the globe. But Harmon and Rowan praised the Pittsburgh Steelers' Alejandro Villanueva, a former Army Ranger, for standing without his teammates during the anthem Sunday, a gesture the offensive lineman later apologized for undertaking, believing he inadvertently embarrassed the franchise. Nevertheless, Rowan said, we salute Army Ranger Alejandro Villanueva, who stood alone respecting the flag as his teammates stayed in their locker room. Harmon went further, saying Villanueva showed the rest of his team and the league what true metal is. I stand for our flag and anthem, and I kneel for our fallen, Harmon added, according to The Hill. That's what patriots do. We rally around the flag of our country, not use it and our Constitution as both shield and sword. Wife of American sniper Chris Kyle just issued major challenge to NFL, every player should read this. Dia Kyle, the widow of legendary Navy SEAL sniper Chris Kyle, issued a bold challenge to the NFL via Facebook on Tuesday in response to the national anthem protests sweeping the league. Like many other NFL fans, she is tired of seeing the sport focus on division and anger instead of the message of unity that it once represented. She is now calling on the NFL to make a real difference in America and urging its players to get off your knees to get it done. We are presenting Kyle's entire letter to the NFL without commentary. We recommend reading every word. Dear NFL, you were doing your part to bring people together and heal the world. That's really how healing works. We heal by loving each other and leading by example, showing people what is possible when we love each other just as we are and not only recognize our differences but celebrate them and look at how we can use them together to make us jointly better than our separate parts. You were doing your part, celebrating each other based on skills, talent and a joint vision without regard to color and religion. You were doing your part and we were doing ours. We showed up cheering and groaning together too, sick, as one. We talked in the concession lines and commiserated and celebrated our team together. Did it ever occur to you that you and we were already a mix of backgrounds, races and religions? We were already living the dream you want, right in front of you. Your desire to focus on division and anger has shattered what many people loved most about the sport. Football was really a metaphor for our ideal world. Different backgrounds, talents, and histories actually made us one big team with one big goal: to do well, to win, together. You are asking us to abandon what we loved about togetherness and make choices of division. Will we stand with you? Will we stand with our flag? What does it mean? What does it mean if we buy a ticket or NFL gear? What does it mean if we don't? It is the polar opposite of the easy togetherness we once loved in football. It was simple: we loved you and you loved us, with all of our races, religions and different backgrounds. Simplicity in a crazy world was pretty awesome. You, dear NFL, have taken that. You have lost me here. If you ever want to get off your knees and get to work on building bridges, let me know. I have found screaming about the problems in service marriages or even standing in silence in front of them hasn't healed even one of them. On the other hand, funding the Chris Kyle Frog Foundation, building a team and rolling up my sleeves to get in the trenches during my off time volunteering there outside of my paying jobs, has proven to make real change. You have a lot of strong guys. I am sure in the off-season a lot of them could build some pretty big bridges if they care enough to do the hard work. That would involve getting off their knees and getting to work though. I can do it while I raise 2 kids as their only parent and work through the greatest pain of my life. Let's see if they can do it for the issues they say they care so much about. Go Longhorns and sick 'em. Sincerely. Taya. Chris Kyle and his friend, Chad Littlefield, were fatally shot and killed in 2013. Taya Kyle now raises their 2 children as a single parent. To say she understands the incredible sacrifice America's service members make when they put on the uniform would be an understatement. Game over. New poll shows most Americans stand with Trump on NFL protests. A new poll conducted by the Remington Research Group shows the vast majority of Americans strongly agree with President Trump's tough stance against professional athletes who protest the national anthem, signaling even more trouble for the National Football League after a weekend of demonstrations. The survey asked over 1,500 likely voters if they supported President Trump's belief that NFL players should stand during the national anthem and face possible fines or removal should they choose to kneel during the Star-Spangled Banner. 64% of Americans sided with Trump, saying the pro athletes should stand and be respectful during the national anthem. Just 25% disagreed with the president, with 11% remaining undecided. Even more problematic for the NFL, participants were also asked if the protests would make them more or less likely to watch their favorite team's games in the future. A whopping 50% said they would likely tune out if players continue the demonstrations, with 20% saying it made no difference. President Trump kicked off a media firestorm last week, when he asked NFL owners and coaches to remove or suspend players who choose to protest the national anthem, calling for a boycott of the league until new guidelines are put in place barring such demonstrations. Bill O'Reilly makes a short-term Fox News comeback and America is ecstatic. Former Fox News host, Bill O'Reilly, is making a rare appearance Tuesday with Sean Hannity on his show. After being fired from the network, Bill is making a comeback to the small screens and is expected to discuss many topics, including his sexual harassment charges and his future and inappropriate behavior. For Hannity, this is a good score, as he was looking forward to sharing Bill's story for quite some time now. Many speculations arose, pointing out Bill O'Reilly may be making a comeback to the network or take another direction as well. Hannity has a busy schedule for his showhead, as House Speaker Paul Ryan is expected to be a guest on Wednesday, while radio host Rush Limbaugh is turning up Thursday. On Monday, we already saw ex-White House chief strategist Steve Bannon. Take a look at the intriguing lineup Hannity has in store for the American citizens. Guests for the week of Monday, September 25th. Monday, September 25th, former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon. Tuesday, September 26th, former FNC host and author Bill O'Reilly. Wednesday, September 27th, Speaker Paul Ryan. Thursday, September 28th, radio host Rush Limbaugh. Among other things, O'Reilly will also speak about his new novel, Killing England, The Brutal Struggle for American Independence, released this month. Bill O'Reilly feels free enough to speak about the sexual harassment allegations, stating the investigation related to his firing has another, still unrevealed side, that he plans to share with the American folks. He will also open up on the political and financial hit job against him. For example, one of the women who accused Bill of the aforementioned crimes is now facing an investigation herself, given her suspicious past. Bill O'Reilly's appearance certainly made Americans jump for joy. Take a look at the best reactions on social media. Sign the petition below. Dear NFL, we will not support millionairing greats who hate America and disrespect our armed forces and veterans. Who wins a football game has zero impact on our lives. Who fights for and defends our nation has every impact on our lives. We stand with the heroes, not a bunch of rich, entitled, arrogant, ungrateful, anti-American degenerates. Signed, We the People. Petition, fire NFL players who protest the national anthem. Watch Bill O'Reilly blasts NFL Commissioner Goodell, "You're a coward." On Monday, Bill O'Reilly unloaded on NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell after a weekend of massive disrespect for our country. While being interviewed on SiriusXM's The Will Kell Majority, O'Reilly claimed that Goodell and the NFL league office refused to let the New York Giants wear a patch commemorating 9/11 on their sleeves. To be fair, O'Reilly seems to be mistaken. Roger Goodell didn't become the NFL commissioner until 2006. However, his premise is true because the league absolutely did not let the Dallas Cowboy players honor the 5 fallen police officers that were shot and killed by a Black Lives Matter activist. Anyways, O'Reilly flat out called Roger a coward for capitulating to the left. Watch below. "Well, where are you now, Roger?" O'Reilly said. "You know where you are? You're a coward. You're a coward. Because you know there's a well-organized mob coming at you saying this is about First Amendment rights and you won't put it into perspective." As always, Bill is 100% correct. The NFL won't let the Cowboys make political statements by supporting the Dallas police, but he'll let these whiny brats scrap all over our American flag? Disgusting.